Oops. Sorry, buddy. Alrighty. We're gonna let him grab a couple more. He doesn't stay in the dark like this all the time. It's night, so good boy. I also shut off the flash because of his albinism, like I said. He's fully albino, so any kind of strong light hurts his eyes, which is why he mostly stays to his dark side, cool side. You broke it in half, sir. You don't have to bite hard. Ah, why do you have to bite so hard? There you go. Needed to pivot. Yeah, soon we'll see if Pebbles wants some. Pebbles has been hanging out watching from the other side over here. And waiting for her nightly lunch. I prefer to feed him so it builds trust.
They kind of bump into each other. It's a race through the earth. Who's gonna go first? Probably the first one I click.
And Albert came from a neglectful situation at a big name brand store. Not going to name any pet stores off, but we probably know the one. We've heard horror stories about it. And Albert was unfortunately one of those horror stories. He's thrived and grown much, much bigger. Gained about 6 to 9 grams since we got him. I don't really measure weight, but he's gotten way better since the last time. When you seen him, he was in rehab tanks. And I'm just going to give him a couple more since we ran out of crickets, and I don't suggest giving mealworms or super worms all the time, but these are kind of tiny, so I only give him about 7 to 8 of them, and then the rest are going to go to Pebbles, who is currently watching me feed him, and she's a jealous thing. But back to Albert's story. He was at a big chain pet store. Not going to mention any names on the pet store again, not to deface them, but the horror stories you hear are true. He was weak, lethargic. He had stuck shed that claimed his back 4 toe tips due to stuck shed. And he actually, when we found him, his head was jammed underneath one of the log hides in the enclosure. And underneath there were 4 to 5 other leopard geckos. Twice his weight, but his same age. Who were just straight up... Hang on, I'm going to pick up the one you dropped, sir. That I dropped. Anyways. And he was jammed under a log and couldn't really get out. He was stuck. I'll let him work on that one unless he wants another. And we seen him, oops, and then they realized how close to dead he was. We thought he was dead because they picked up the log and he literally fell off of it because he was stuck to it. Literally stuck. The wood was embedded into his skull skin. And Albert actually was thought to be dead, or almost dead, and they sold him to us for free, marked him down due to his problems. He had eye issues with really bad sensitivity to light, and just captured our heart, so we kept him. I'm just going to do a once-over of him real quick. Oh, you're still food responsive? Oh, sweetie. We're going to get him a front-facing tank. His tank also needs to be really, really cleaned. This is not permanent. we're just building up the funds to get something cause size, if not larger. And yeah, Albert is a very special boy to me. He came out of that, and as you can see, they didn't really care about the merchandise. At that point, he was actually marked up as merchandise so they could sell him to us for free. And Albert has been with me ever since. I am assuming he's male due to the bumps on his back end. And if that's something I have to keep watch, I'm just going to research it and check. But he's healthy, he's happy, and I couldn't live without him. Alright, we're going to feed Pebbles really fast. She's the more starving of the two, apparently. Yep, she's starting to crawl out. She's right there. Hi, baby. And Miss Pebbles. Miss Pebbles also came from the same name brand pet market. She's like, why am I up right now? You're not usually feeding me at this time, but I usually will feed them during the day because that's when I'm home and awake. But today I fed her at night. Careful. Sheesh. But as I was saying, she is a regular morph, normal leopard gecko. Assumed female because it's just her personality and everything makes me think that she is. My goodness. But she's very sweet. I hold her most of the time, and she doesn't squirm. She doesn't fight me about it. She doesn't. You can't get it. You can't get it from here. There's something called glass. And yeah, she came from the same pet company, and she was in the display with him. And he and her did not get along as soon as they got their own tanks. So we just tried social experiencing, so that way, she knew him and he knew her, and that turned into a disaster. I do not suggest ever trying to cohabitate an assumed female with an assumed male, even if they were in the same display tank when you bought them. I need to get you more. He done ate it all. He's a chunky butt. Yeah, you. So, give me 1 second. I'm going to make her some more. I know she's going to run off or be upset at me for a little bit. And I'm back. Alrighty. So, these are the Fluker canned ones, and I just dip them in some hot water since they're straight from the fridge. I don't like to give them cold. Some people say, oh yeah, you could give them to them cold, and I'm just like, that sounds horrible. Imagine a brain freeze for a freaking reptile. But, yeah. So we're gonna just grab her a couple more. I know you see them. Are you getting antsy? Yeah. Alright. Oh, my goodness. I might need to grab her some soft tongs. Hey. I come in with the Zoom Ed soft tongs because she goes hard for her food, and metal tongs just make me worry, and I don't want her to hurt herself. Because she really, sheesh, chunky. These are all yours. Calm down. I'm only giving Spicy Ramen a couple. Because he's a baby. There you go. And yeah, she goes too hard on the metal tongs, so, because if those were not metal tongs, these were not plastic, she would have definitely hurt herself on the impact, and I don't want that to happen. And she associates me with food. So, like, I could hand feed her, and she'd be fine with it. Like, this... Oh, they're alive! They do come with risk. Oh, Hang on, hang on. I have nails, so this is not going as smoothly. And she just eats from my hand. But plastic tongs make it a little bit easier for her to access. No. Come again. No. Again, babies. Are you done? She's like, I'm fed up. And plastic tongs did me in. Oh, okay. Sassy. I'm just going to put a couple on her basking rock so she can see them. She might come out. She might. Nope. She might not be as discouraged anymore. Oh, she might be full. Are you full for once? Alright. Going right on your basking rock. She's a nutcase. Look. She's so confused. She's like, what? She might bite me. Once she realizes they're there, she's all over it. Ooh, hey honey. Distinguish, distinguish. Hand for food. Maniac. Chunky boy. Look how good he's filled out. He's gonna go back in. You're crazy. I show you where the food is. She's like, I don't care. It's like, I don't care. It could be right in front of me. I don't want it. Unless you feed it to me. Because I'm a princess. And then, certainly not least, I'll just show you this little baby before I leave. This is Spicy Ramen. Spicy Ramen is a fancy leopard gecko. It is just a baby. Oops. And very spicy. Not as spicy as you would think, but there's obvious tail posturing. There is barking and yelling at me when he or she is upset. That is not blood, that's coloration, because as you can see, she or he is a full albino and just a baby. Like my hand compared to this little one. But there is distress motions that do happen with the tail, so I don't mess with him or her too much. But let me see. Oh my god, you're so chunky. You need the superworm? No, you don't. Gotta figure out where this baby's going. Not to set them too much. See if they'll eat for me. Did take it. It is a very good sign. So as you can see, there is some progress. You are just a chunky girl. And yeah, that's why we need spicy ramen, due to the fact that when they're upset. Oh great, my snake is deciding to take a shit. Topaz, really? So yeah, it's just a bit. Oh, almost had it. There. Yeah, we do tongue feed, but doesn't trust hands yet, which is unfortunate. But like I said, just a baby. Can't really help it. Let's see if I can get you the full spectrum of color real quick. Very pretty baby. And as I said, little, so yeah, doesn't do much besides stay in the tank and eat, basically. You know? You gonna take another? Just thinking about it. Very gentle. I'm just gonna put a couple more next to him and her, and I will conclude my video for you guys. So that way we can just let them be and figure out the food. Yeah, the unexpected snake pooping situation. Yeah, you. Gross, you ruined my video. I'll own him for you. Right. See you guys. I gotta shut down these animals for the night. I will see y'all in the next one.